Oh, and by the way, Boehner Bronco Buster?
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
Improv.
That was wonderful.
Ethan Page has been in NXT for about 2 months now, and he already has a pretty great list of accomplishments. Pay-per-view main events and big wins over NXT's top stars, but his biggest accomplishment came at Heatwave, where he won the NXT Championship. Although Ethan Page is seemingly being treated like a big deal, and a future star, I can't help but feel like WWE and NXT don't really give a fuck about him. If we're going to talk about this, I think we need to start with the state of the NXT men's division. It is ass. I mean, let's break it down. Let's make a tier list. The only wrestler on the entire NXT roster in the A tier is Trick Williams. The guy is an undeniable future star. In B tier, we have Javon Evans, who, don't get me wrong, I love, but let's be real. This dude is a rookie, and the fact that he's already in the main event scene of NXT, I think is more of a testament to how weak the division is than how good he is. Obafemi and Wesley also find themselves in B tier for a lot of the same reasons as Javon Evans, so I won't waste y'all's time. After that, we got a shit ton of C tier guys, including Nathan Frazier, Charlie Dempsey, Tony D'Angelo, and yes, Ethan Page. Now, why do I have Ethan Page ranked so low?
Because you're a piece of shit.
I am not a piece of shit.
Well, yeah, but you're a little bitch.
Sure are.
I'll come right out and say, I could be wrong. I just don't see a lot in him, and maybe I'm being blinded by, some sort of bias that I'm not even sure I have. It's just that in my eyes, Ethan Page is the definition of a B+ player, and I think WWE might agree with me. I would not be surprised at all if putting the NXT Championship on Ethan Page and, featuring him so prominently was just WWE's way of sticking it to AEW. Look how we can create this star that y'all could barely get on TV.
You're an idiot.
What?
You're an idiot.
Really quick, I feel like I might be coming across as an asshole, and I just want to make it, 100% clear that the one thing that I will never do is disrespect these athletes. I have a ton of respect for Ethan Page, and honestly, I think him coming to WWE was a ballsy move. I just have questions. Just look at the NXT Championship lineage. Finn Balor, Adam Cole, Samoa Joe, these dudes are studs. But I know what you're probably thinking. We are living in a different era of NXT. But even if we look at NXT champions from the last 2 years, we see guys who are future WrestleMania main eventers.
Bitch, you better be joking.
Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, and Ilya Dragunov, they just have superstar written all over them. And again, no offense, but they are light years ahead of Ethan Page, both in the ring and on the mic. The charisma differences, they're just off the charts. Now, I've attacked Ethan Page pretty hard, but like I said, I'm a nice guy. Let's defend him a little bit. First of all, we already established that the NXT men's division, it's weak, and regardless of whatever feelings or opinions, that I might have about Ethan Page, there is absolutely no denying that he was hot on arrival, because really, any AEW to WWE star or vice versa is automatically going to be super hot when they switch companies. Now let's talk about Ethan Page as a performer. The guy has charisma, he's not a wet blanket. I mean, I'll give him that. But for some reason, I just don't like his promos. Maybe it's just a personal thing. That could absolutely be the case. But it just doesn't really feel authentic, and I honestly don't believe whatever he's saying.
An action figure. Why is Ethan Page not on the bus? Why?
In the ring, the guy's solid. I really don't have a bad word to say about him as an actual wrestler. And one thing that I will give him major props for is his body transformation. This dude has put in work, and it shows not only in the way he carries himself, but also in his performances. The Fatal 4-Way from Heatwave was incredible, and I think Ethan Page gave the second best performance in that match, only behind Javon Evans, who we've already established. That guy's a future star. Real quick plug, if you want to know more about my thoughts on that Fatal 4-Way from Heatwave, I have a website where I do top 10 matches of the month and top 10 wrestlers of the month. So be sure to check that out because I have a lot of fun making those lists, and it's probably something that I think I'm going to keep separate from my YouTube channel. Alright, Time for closing thoughts. Ethan Page has been thrown into the spotlight. You know, he's been put into main event matches, and he has been given the world championship on a thriving NXT brand. He has honestly delivered up to this point, even given, you know, the obvious issues within the NXT men's division. Ultimately, despite my criticisms, I really do think WWE sees something in Ethan Page. You know, that's the fun thing about wrestling. I love forming opinions about wrestlers, whether I think they'll be the next big star or I think they'll end up being nothing. In the end, what I think doesn't matter, and honestly, I love being proved wrong.